reach, I teach. You reach, I teach.
This gonna be every night. This gonna be every time you see me.
I think he had like 38, 15 assists.
He just kind of got hot and he cooked me.
And there he is, God.
Every NBA player has that one story, that defining moment when it hits them. This isn't high school, this isn't college, this is the league. For some, it came the hard way, getting schooled by a veteran. For others, it was standing across from their idol for the very first time. Sometimes it was a dunk, sometimes a crossover, and sometimes just the sheer speed of the game hitting them all at once. Some players laugh about it now, others say it humbled them, and a few admit it lit a fire that drove them for the rest of their careers. But here's the truth, every legend has one. No matter how great they became, every single one had that moment where the NBA checked them real quick. Today we're looking at 15 NBA legends and the exact moment they got their official welcome to the NBA experience. So we're going to start off with Shaquille O'Neal. The first time he lined up against a true legend, he admitted he was shaken. That was his reality check.
When you first got to the league, who was the first person to bust your ass?
Well, a lot of people bust my ass, but I take pride in playing, said 19 years, only being dunked on 3 times. So the first person to dunk on me was Derek Coleman. Yeah, yeah, drop step with the left hand.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people bust my ass. Ewing bust my ass. Robinson bust my ass. Akeem bust my ass. Like all the big guys bust my ass. And then a couple sorry guys bust my ass. Like I couldn't stop Big Country for some reason.
Brian Reeves.
I couldn't stop him at all. I don't know what it was. He used to eat my ass up every game. Every game. Him and Michael Doliak. You remember Doliak?
Doliak.
Yeah, Doliak. I remember the first time when we came back from LA to play at Orlando, Doliak hit me for like 25. So, but the first person to dunk on me was Derek Coleman. Second person, Tim Perry, got me baseline.
Wow.
And then
Philly.
Yeah, and then Michael Jordan. So Chicago had an old stadium, and you got to walk up the steps. And when you walk up the stairs, they play that old Bulls music.
Yes.
That fucking laser show come on, and there he is, God.
And there he is.
The same God that was on your poster in high school and college.
Yeah.
And he's there. He acknowledges you, but he gives you a look like, motherfucker, I'm about to kill you. Like, because I see him, I'm like, what's up, my motherfucker? Like, and I'm like, oh shit, man, it's the first time I got, and then like you go for a shot and he's right there, and he comes down, he doesn't move, and I'm like, this motherfucker's perfect. But the moment that changed it was, he can't, like, even though I'm terrified, I'm never gonna show you I'm terrified. So he came off a screen one time and he shot. I didn't block it, but I was right there. I was like, aha, he's human. I think I figured that. So after that, I was okay. But the first time going to play against Jordan, I was freaking, my heart was going, and then I was like, you know what? He's Mike, but I have to play well. I didn't do bad, I didn't do great, but I think I held my own, but I was terrified out there.
Not every player's welcome to the league moment comes from fear. Sometimes it's about skill. For Stephen Curry, it was realizing just how fast, precise, and unforgiving the NBA really is.
Cole.
You was a $190, so.
Cole was the first one in preseason. It didn't really count because it's preseason.
Cole went at you in preseason?
It was at the Forum too. So it was at like the iconic arena.
Yeah.
Then the second dude was Brandon Jennings.
Brandon
Jennings had a double
DJ.
nickel against us.
That was
I remember that.
Alonzo Mourning's welcome to the NBA came the hard way. He got put on the wrong end of a poster. One dunk was all it took to let him know this league was different.
That year, what do you think was your welcome to the NBA moment?
MJ.
Pippen gets it to Jordan. Michael challenges and slams.
Took a breath before he said it. Hey, we gonna start calling them initials. Initials.
Yeah.
MJ did it.
When he dunked on me.
Oh,
yeah, he dunked on me, screamed, he flexed and screamed. I was like, man,
I
because I had
remember that
blocked
one.
a bunch of shots, he came on it. It was like, the roar after he dunked on me, man, I was like, okay. Yeah.
At home or in Chicago?
Oh, it was at home.
Mm.
He got me good. No, I'm blaming Kendall Gill for that. Kendall Gill was always talking shit to Mike. And I'm like, Mike, yo, he gonna blow past you. He coming at me. Yeah.
Mourning's welcome came from physical battles in the paint, but for Dwayne Wade, it was about speed on the perimeter. Early in his career, he went up against a veteran guard who attacked him over and over.
BD, Brandon.
BD.
Boom. Dizzle.
BD used to tear me up, bro. He was so nice. His handle, he had a crazy handle. The Diddy Bob. He had a tray ball. Strong, athletic. And he was a dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know another dog when you sense one. When you see one, I rolled up to him and saw he a dog. Yeah. BD was the first one. And then, bro, it's crazy because I remember, like, my rookie year, we wound up making the playoffs, like, last minute. We was like, going into the last game. We was like, we got to win this game to get 8th seed. But somebody else won, somebody else lost, and whatever. We ended up getting 4th seed. Yeah. So we in our locker room celebrating, like, yeah, baby, we getting the extra money. 4th seed, we got home court. And, like, who we play? Charlotte. I had to go into a dark place. Yeah. I'm like, I got to guard BD. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 7 games? I was sick,
you went to a dark place?
I went into a dark place, though. I'm a rookie, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, this is my first playoff experience. I got to go against the person I hate guarding the most. So BD used to tear me down. And also, like, I didn't like guarding Ray Allen and those guys, like Ray and Rip, because I didn't know how to chase screens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know to get on the outside shoulder. Even though I knew, because Coach Green taught us, but you know.
Stay disciplined.
Stay disciplined. They be tearing you up on them screens.
Paul Pierce was a whole different reality check. His first big assignment was guarding one of the league's rising stars, and he got torched.
For me, it was Grant Hill. Ooh. I was like, oh man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I swear, I tell Detroit Piston Grant Hill.
The teal jerseys.
Oh man, no, listen, dog. I swear on everything I love. The last 5 minutes of the game, he came down. He either scored, I fouled him, or he got an assist for somebody to score, and it was just like I felt like I lost the game. I think he had like 38, 15 assists, 12 rebounds, and I'm in the locker room like.
You felt defeated.
I felt defeated. I almost wanted to cry.
Wait, so had anybody ever hit you with a triple-double, though?
That was a triple-double.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the first person I felt. And you know the crazy thing about this, Grant Hill was the player who I idolized.
Yeah.
Like when I was in high school, I'm looking at Duke. I'm like, ooh, him, Steve Smith from Michigan State. I'm trying to pattern my game after them. And so I'm ready for this. I'm like, ooh, you know, when idols become rivals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for that. I'm ready to D up. And I'm like, this shit, this ain't it right here. I need to get back in the lab, straight up.
What was it about? Was it the speed or his dribble?
It was just like I knew. You know how you look at the scout report. You know he gonna come with the cross. Yeah. You know he ain't really had that 3-point range, so you could kind of back off of him. But he's sometimes gonna get by you every time. He had that first step. And if you don't give him that body, if you don't, he gonna take off on you. You know what I'm saying?
That was that version of G Hill when he was.
So he was like LeBron before LeBron. Yeah. Like he had the whole package.
From the truth to pure talent, Tracy McGrady's welcome to league showed him that even the most gifted players need time to adjust.
I think Allen Houston gave me the business. I mean, he really bust my ass, but Allen Houston, he was. You know, I couldn't figure him out at first.
That jumper.
Because he had a smooth-ass jumper and his pace was just, you know, at his own pace. So I'll say Allen Houston kind of gave me the business, but nothing too crazy. Not no 40 or 50 piece, but it was a tough cover in the beginning.
For Ray Allen, his welcome to the NBA was pure humility. As a rookie, he was matched up against a seasoned scorer who lit him up from everywhere on the floor. No matter how tight the defense, every shot seemed to drop.
First person that got me was Glenn Rice.
Dirty Rice.
Man.
Dirty Rice.
That man put me on the block. And, you know, it was like fresh meat that he saw. I was supposed to be guarding Del Curry. And then, you know, there was a switch off. And, you know, I'm just trying to figure out the league and how this game is played. And I was a liability all season long because I'm playing against guys that, you know, in college, you stand next to a guy and you act like you got a hand up. He's not going to shoot it.
Right, yeah.
You know, you get to the league and you try that. You don't. Del Curry had the ball up like that, and I was just in front of him. He looked at me. He's like, "Oh, you ain't gonna put your hand up?" And he shot it. He didn't even bend his leg. Nothing. He
load up, just right from there, huh?
Right from there, and I was like. And then I looked at the coach, and he looked at me like I did something wrong. I was like, I obviously guarding the man.
And Glenn Rice had that high arc. He usually had that ball up high, so it was hard to block his shot or even adjust his shot.
And he was strong as hell too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I couldn't get in front of him. I couldn't deny the ball, and he was gonna get it. He's 6'8". He's gonna get the ball where he wanted it. You know, when I got to the league, you know the saying. I still say it now: good defense, better offense. And you don't realize that until you play in the NBA, because you can play perfect defense in the NBA, and the guy is still gonna score on you no matter what.
Ray Allen's moment was about getting burned by a shooter. Patrick Ewing's came from when he threw down a dunk on a Hall of Famer, only to be dominated the rest of the game. That's when he realized nothing comes easy in the NBA.
My first regular season game, we played against the Sixers. You know, I've looked up to Doc, I've looked up to Moses. You know, my whole life, you know, in basketball, and playing against these icons. And I remember the first shot, someone took a shot, it came off the board, and I went over Moses' back and then boom, dunked it. Yeah. The rest of the game, Moses just wore my butt out. He just kicked my ass. I couldn't do anything right. He was just all over me. But yeah, Moses was the first. And he wasn't the last, but he was the first.
For Kevin Durant, it was about physicality. And the setting made it even worse. In Denver's altitude, he went up against a scorer who bullied him all night. By the time KD got back on the team plane, he realized the NBA was a whole different world.
Man, my first game was against Melo, you know, in AI, but I had to guard Melo. And he was, I was 18, 19, he was probably 24?
It's Denver.
23?
Yeah.
And you know, and I never played that Denver altitude. I didn't really know too much about. And Melo just physical, you know. He'll duck you in the paint, hit you with the shoulder, and then he'll take you out, jab, pull over top of you. So you want to be physical, but you don't. Like, he just had you thinking too much on D. And we had a back-to-back that night. I got on the plane confused.
Charles Barkley's experience was a toughness test. One of the league's enforcers took a shot at him.
I missed my rookie year. And they had, you know, you saw Maurice Lucas and Daryl Dawkins going at it. So Maurice Lucas knocks the hell out of me during the game. And I'm a rookie, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get killed.
Maurice is like the toughest guy in the NBA, and Maurice cold cocks me in the ribs. I'm on the ground, I can't breathe. And he did it and kind of ran away in the heat of the moment. And I was like, wow. And I'm admit I'm intimidated.
It hit me, it hurt. And I said, so time out. I said, Moses, Maurice Lucas just hit me really, really hard. What should I do? He says, hit him back, big fella. Hit him back, hard as you can. I said, what if he kills me? Trust me, big fella, just hit him hard as you can.
I shook him up good too. I ran down to the other end. And he comes back down, he says, gives me a pat on the ass. Just want to see what you were made of, young fella.
Just want to see what you were made of, big fella. Wait, welcome to the NBA. And I was like, cool. But a lot of guys will try to intimidate you. They don't really want to fight. They just want to see are you intimidated.
Steve Nash's welcome to the NBA was about getting schooled. As a young guard, he was thrown against a veteran scorer who attacked him possession after possession. No matter what he tried, the shots kept falling.
Like, you go around the league, you're gonna get it sometimes, right?
Of course.
But I remember one time we played Sacramento, and Richmond was heating up.
Oh, Lord.
And I remember Danny was like, Rook, go in there, just get up in him. Like, you know, I mean, I'm not known for my defense, but when I was a young player, I guard a little more because I wasn't like burdened with offensive stuff. So they're like, you get in there and just make it difficult on him. He's gonna post you up, we'll double, but on the perimeter, get in him. So like he legit was like, I think you could throw him off his rhythm, which most people listen to this now would be like, what? But but like that at the time, you know, that was how I got minutes in a sense. And so threw me out there. He just kind of got hot and he cooked me. And I just remember feeling so helpless. Like I couldn't do. Like I couldn't help because he was just brushing me off and like shoot right over you. But like no rim, you know what I mean? It was bottoms. Every time I was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing.
Dominique Wilkins' welcome to the league cut even deeper. He finally got to face his childhood idol. and ended up getting torched for 30 points. It was humbling, it was inspiring, and it made him realize that the NBA wasn't just a dream anymore. It was reality.
Dr. J.
Dr. J.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. So when I first played against Doc, man, I said, man, I grew up wanting to be like you. I'm in awe because that's the doctor, you know. Yeah. And he had like 30 something against me, man. I wasn't upset. That's the doc.
The doc. That's the doc.
You know,
I'm gonna get 30 on him. What he was doing?
But I had a good game against him. But I was proud to be on the floor with the doc. But
playing against
after
the
I got
doc.
over the I was like, okay, now, okay.
After that, every time you seen it, it was on.
It was on, you know. And we had great games against one another, but I have a lot of respect for Doc.
Kevin Garnett's welcome came the hard way. Fresh out of high school, he was thrown into the fire. Matched up against a relentless scorer who showed him just how brutal the league could be, going at him all night long.
The first person to welcome me to the league, as I call it, to bust my ass was Big Dog. A lot of people didn't know that Big Dog played 4 and 5 in high school, but had really 2 and 3 skills. Like he should have been a 3, but he slashed. I didn't have any problems with no lid or none of that conversation when it came to trash talk and all that, so I was used to whatever. I had just seen him in INT that summer, so I watched him. You know, we get to the league and
Chicago Pro-Am.
My bad. Chicago Pro-Am called INT. It's like the it of the it. If you got some game, you bring your ass in there and you either gonna get booed or they gonna cheer for you. And ain't no middle ground. And there's straight killers in there.
At all.
Everybody with their guys, everybody in here. It's GDs, Souls, B's, Lords, it's everything in here. So there ain't no running from nothing. You understand?
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta go down there. If you in the city and you live down here, you in the city, you gotta come down here. So I had just seen him, you know. We get into preseason. We gotta meet in one of these little towns like I think it was either Iowa or something in like Billings, Montana or something. You know,
don't got a
Midwest.
team to give him some plug.
And he was like, "Yeah, welcome, young fella." Man, he was just talking that shit. And you know, I had never chased a nigga off the screen. Yeah, young fella, like this every time I see you. I said, I'm with it. I'm cool. All right, cool. You got this one. Shout to Big Dog, man, because you know, without that, man, he pushed me to be better. Real talk.
Chris Webber's welcome to the NBA was a hard lesson from a legend. He went head to head with one of the league's most dominant big men and got schooled.
I mean, the first game I played against Hakeem Olajuwon, and he was the I think he was the reigning MVP or just a bit something, I don't know. But he had 33 in the game. It's funny because I watched the game the other day. And he had 33. And I was just looking how cold he was, man. You know, he the first big man with a crossover. Jamal Mashburn took that, but Jamal Mashburn was 6'8". You know what I mean? Hakeem got you at the top, and he would do this, you wouldn't know what to do. So I remember after the game, though, being like, that jump hook, I'm taking that. I'm taking it. I'm taking it forever. But yeah, he bust my ass. I couldn't do nothing.
And finally, Kobe Bryant's welcome to the NBA didn't even happen in a game. It happened in practice. As a teenager, he went head to head with a veteran guard who gave him the business. Kobe took that beating personally, and it lit a fire that shaped the competitor we all came to know.
First person that got me, Nick Van Exel, in practice. Yeah, Nick the Quick was getting me in practice. And you know, he kept saying, "You reach, I teach. You reach, I teach." And he was hitting me with that little bop stuff. And drove me crazy.
Yeah,
my first time getting out there and playing. Nick went at me pretty hard.
He was aggressive.
Yeah,
like, I got a chance to play with him in Portland, and just his IQ and skill level to score was like next level.
He was cracking. He had those big hands and
big
he
hands. He could pound the ball.
You know, it took me about a good week to figure out he couldn't go right, and then I had to switch it up.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and tell me what NBA legend here had the best welcome to the NBA experience. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and until next time.